It's nice that everybody could take a little bit of time out of their day to come by and see us. I'd like to thank our employees, first of all, who kind of make this all happen. I'd like to thank the retirees for coming by and the business leaders in Louisville. And then also our distinguished guests we have here today, Mayor Ellen Mueller, Terry Schulting, who's the president of BUILD, Senator Dave Pankinen, our state senator, and John Yoakum, who is the executive director for the economic development of Cass County. So thank you for coming today to help us celebrate as well. We started this project about 3 years ago. You know, the original building that you all saw as you came in today was built in 1929. So it took us a while to make a decision to build a new one, but once we decided, we'd go ahead and get it done. So it was a nice process. We didn't really know what we were doing when we decided to build a building. We'd never done it before. First thing we did is we hired a project manager. We selected Dave Hansen, if you want to raise your hand. And Dave did a nice job of kind of going through and finding some architects for us, and we found really a good one, I think. It's Studio 360 with Dwayne Brown and Caleb Rogers. Those guys helped do all the design for us. And the reason I point those two guys out is if you have any questions or you see something you don't like, those are the two guys to talk to. And then they kind of helped us go through the whole process, and we were pretty fortunate as we went through that process that they found a construction company, D.R. Anderson, and Scott, who is the project manager, happens to be with us today, if you raise your hand, Scott. And they did just an outstanding job of getting the building built and doing a quality job on it. I think you'll see that today as you kind of walk through the building. So it's a nice deal for us. We now have our offices all in one location. We're kind of up closer in the plant. We have a nice lunchroom and a locker facility for our employees, and I think they appreciate that. Our one problem is we've now got an old building, historic building maybe is a better word, from 1929. And you know, as a company, it's important to us to be a good citizen in Louisville and to work with the town and the county, and we're hoping that somehow we can kind of find a good use of that asset that will benefit not just Ash Grove, but really the town of Louisville and Cass County. So we're open for suggestions. The building's going to be open today if anybody would like to walk through it and kind of get an idea of what the space is. So I'm glad everybody's here, and I'd like to give Mayor Mueller a chance to say a couple of words.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. I'd like to thank everybody for inviting us today. It's important to the city of Louisville, the relationship we've had with Ash Grove for 125 years, from Chanute, Kansas to Louisville, 80 years here. It's been a great partnership, and we've enjoyed that. We'd like to thank the Sutherland family and Dan for inviting us here today, and appreciate that very much. As we continue to go, Louisville has had a long relationship with Ash Grove, and look forward to that. We have to compliment them on many years of assistance, and without them, Louisville wouldn't be what it is today. We've had a long relationship with the building of the infrastructure, and also with the employment of the people of Louisville and the surrounding area. It's made Nebraska a better place. So we appreciate them and thank them very much, and welcome them to their new building. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the comments, Mayor. Senator Pankinen, would you like to say a couple of words?
Thanks, Dan. I just want to say that as I travel around our state, and the statewide perspective, this is an important plant, an important business for the state of Nebraska. And when you think about the product, we drive on it. When we land at Epley, we land on it. It's in so many of our buildings, and over this 80 years has meant so much to not only this community, but our entire state is the only cement manufacturing facility in our state and region. So I appreciate that. I appreciate what everyone does here. As Ellen has said, what it's meant to the community for employment, steady employment, and the economic development that comes from that, the multiplier effect. Ash Grove's been a great citizen, and we do appreciate sincerely all that has happened because of them being here, selecting this site many years ago. And I think Dan's done a great job of being interested in the community and the staff here, so thank him for all that he does. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you, Senator. John, would you like to say a couple of words?
Well, thank you, Dan, and I want to thank the Ash Grove team for the opportunity to be here today to celebrate the opening. This is an expansion of a local company, countywide, Cass County has a lot of opportunity, and I think we see that present here today. You look around at the employees that represent your team here today, and it's exciting to have this company growing. I think it speaks well for other companies in the Cass County area to see your example, have the opportunity to grow here. And thank you for mentioning the historic building that you did and your commitment to having citizens go through that building and offering maybe that to a community project here in the Cass County area. So thanks again for your commitment here today, and appreciate your tours today. Thanks.
Thank you. And finally, we save the best for last. Terry, would you like to say a couple words?
I would just like to say that without Ash Grove, we could not do what we do as a business group in Louisville. We've been in existence since 2001, and without their support and everything that they do for us, we probably wouldn't have survived the times. And in honor of today's ribbon cutting ceremony, we've come up with an award for Ash Grove. And if you'd want to bring it up, Dean, I will present it to Dan. And as you can see, we put together the scissors that we're notorious for, and it says Build Businesses United in Louisville's Development. Thank you, Ash Grove Cement Company, for being a VIP, very important partner. Thank you.
I guess we're ready to do the ceremony cutting, huh? Okay, how do we do it? Yeah, thanks, Steve. Okay, we'd like everybody to come on into the building, and I think you'll notice two things about it. Number one, it's made out of our product. That was a big focus. The second thing that we're proud of is that we've actually designed the building so it'll meet Energy Star rating, and that's one of our attempts to lower our carbon footprint. And that process will take us about a year to collect data on the building to make sure that it'll meet EPA's Energy Star rating. But if our architects did their job right and they designed this thing, we're going to have a very efficient, very energy efficient building. So please feel free to go anywhere in the building today and ask questions. We've got lunch set up in the back room that's being supplied by Main Street Cafe. And then after lunch, if anybody would like to take kind of a small walking tour and go up into the control room and look at the plant a little bit, you're more than welcome to do that. But again, thank you everybody for taking the time to come see us today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks. Jay, come over here and hold this door for me.
Yeah, Jay, do something.
This is a stupid idea.
Hey, Jerry. Jerry, come here.
Who? Carl, how you doing, bud?
Gary or Jerry?
Oh. Hold on, door, would you?
I didn't say I can't. Jay.
Yeah, we are. Thanks, Gary.
Only one.
We ought to get in there, some people and